ICAN is the Playhouse International Culture Arts Network programme, and through ICAN we bring international artists over from areas of conflict to undertake residencies. Those artists teach and work with local community practitioners, facilitators, community activists, and transfer those skills, enabling local people to then develop local creative projects. We also host a couple of conferences each year tackling arts and peace building issues and subject areas.
Using theatre as a tool is nourishing. I mean, again and again and again, I see people inspired to use it as a form of dialogue, and it's a way for people to play with very difficult issues and have a good time doing it.
I found it easier to be able to go to a deeper place with people from working here from all sort of countries, and they're telling their stories, which is a very stressful situation, but you're able to sort of let go there and then in a way hold that sort of safe container the way Mark was able to do that.
I can show you what we can do. We can tell stories, we can film some of the stories and put it together, because that's how a lot of young people are traveling.
I did a little bit of Rainbow Desire with Hector, and I was able to see that the connection and the breaking down of barriers that perhaps would have taken maybe years to do, and he was able to do it in a shorter period of time. I just thought it was amazing, to be honest.
And I want you to just think of one word of something that you have received through this process.
Imagination.
Spirit. New life.
Because if you don't see the work and the diversity, you never get to think out of your own paradigm and your own box. So until you actually have those influences and see what other artists are doing in contemporary performance.
I think it's an incredible resource to have international artists coming to Northern Ireland, because there's so much knowledge and experience out there, as there is in Northern Ireland as well, but it's incredibly important to be able to share that as an artistic community.
The sharing of practice from other regions and cultures is vital. It's just one big communication. Participants and other artists have an opportunity to interface with those who have found themselves in a mechanism whereby they've used their creativity at times of adversity to explore and experiment and to express themselves.
We enable local arts practitioners to develop projects locally in the communities in Northern Ireland and the border counties.
Without ICAN, I couldn't have got this project off the ground. Even the women themselves got a massive opportunity to be able to travel outside their own community and go to Derry and experience what other people thought of their exhibition. And they talked in a completely different context when it was a mixed community and they were outside their own community. So ICAN enabled that. Through ICAN and the support that we got, they were able to be very, very proud of their work. And it has travelled now not only locally, we were able to take it to London.
ICAN in itself is a very worthy programme. I mean, that goes without saying. The quality of the intervention, the quality of the output is second to none.
We host and develop conferences looking at arts and peace building and the need for arts and peace building in our location and how they can work, how arts and peace building can work together to resolve issues residing in each of the communities that we work with.
ICAN as a project has opened up many doors for us as an educational establishment. We have gone on the conference days. I've brought the children down, the students down. In the first year of ICAN, we were treated to a vast array of international practitioners from all kind of walks of life and political spectra, and it was it's really what education should be about, providing a universal experience for our children.
I saw Asia at the conference in Belfast and only got a wee snippet to offer on use and paper meditation, and I was delighted that this opportunity had come up. Totally brilliant. The whole idea of using puppets as telling a story, and I work with a lot of young people who find it difficult telling their story, so I was thinking puppets is a wonderful way of helping them express themselves.
Light and fire.
The conferences themselves, as well as being a kind of good opportunity for interchange, did also spark off other activities as well, which was nice. I suppose the one that I was most involved in was the one that we did here in March 2012. It did allow for a more practice-based approach to a conference than I think is usual in the Academy.
ICAN has given the opportunity to local practitioners, to students, and to those of us at the university to just enrich our practice. And as I was saying, it feeds in all kinds of minor ways, and they seem unimportant at the time, but it really changes the way that you think about something or the way that you approach a practical question over time. And for that as well, I think for those sorts of intangible benefits, this has been a really great project.
Close and work with your body and with your partner, not against your partner.
My name is Sam Young, and I was the key police officer involved in the Street Talk project.
The rest in between Strathmore and the police demand is not too good. It's rather shaky. People have been getting a lot of bar recently. And
the police is never out of the area, and they would circle it maybe 3 or 4 times a day, and they're basically there whenever they're not wanted and butt in and stuff and things like that.
The project was really about taking kids off the street and having them engage in a positive way with their local neighbourhood police officers. There were young people involved that you saw in the video there that wouldn't have been in the same room as me at the start of the project. Not out of uniform or anything, they just didn't want anything to do with the police. They would take part in the project, that was it. By the end of it, they were handcuffed, wearing my hat, and quite happy running around, chatting to me and engaging with me. So for that very small group of young people, maybe we've changed things a bit.
It is a great example, I think, of how different agencies and arts organisations can come together and deliver excellent projects with the young people involved.
I think it's so important that for a relatively small amount of money, you can have a massive impact. So when you evaluate a project like this, I think you'll see it will have had a long-term impact.
I think it's been a very, very healthy contributing factor to awareness raising about the power of the arts and how the arts, yes, it's creativity, yes, it's self-expression, but actually how it can, in a meaningful way and in a very liberating way, enable people to express and articulate their experience, their issue, their concern, or their joy or happiness.